This video is going to be about how to gain social skills and actually be able to live in the present moment in 2024. So everything I'm going to tell you in this video, these are step-by-steps of what I did to go from being an introvert, where I didn't have that much social skills. I didn't know how to talk to women. I didn't really know how to put myself out there. So right now, where I have very high confidence, I know how to talk to anybody I want, and I have a huge social circle. So if you pay attention to this video, not only am I going to give you the social skills, but I'm actually going to teach you how to be in the present moment and not have to worry about the future or the past and get stuck in your head all day. Okay, so the number one thing, the first thing that I did, this was back in 2016 or 2017, was I set a very challenging goal for myself on the social side. Let me rewind it back. I actually had a friend who I had met on Memorial Day. It was 2017. And he looked at me and we spent like 15 minutes together and he was like, yo, you need to get out of your shell. And at that moment, I realized, I was like, yo, I can't stay the same anymore, because if this guy who just met me is looking at me and seeing me as somebody who's shy, then maybe other people are noticing as well. And I was like, just like that, I need to completely change. And I did. So I set an action-based goal for myself where I said, I need to get 6 women's phone numbers every day. The reason why I set that specific goal is because that was something that I saw as very challenging to me, right? Not only did I not approach women or talk to women like that, but getting a woman's phone number 6 times a day, that was kind of crazy, right? So what it forced me to do was it forced me to think differently. It forced me to think about how I architected my day differently. It forced me to break through a lot of my fears. It forced me to actually know how to structure conversations. A lot of the foundational skills that I still have to this day, how to structure conversations, how to get a woman's number in a minute or less, how to actually start a conversation, how to have the confidence to go through with it on the times where you feel like not doing it. All of these foundational skills I got because I set a very challenging goal for myself that forced me to improve. Okay, so I would tell you right now, if you're an introvert or you're somebody who doesn't like starting conversations, set the exact same goal. 6 women's phone numbers every day, because it'll make you think about your time differently. It'll make you change the way that you operate on a day-to-day basis differently, because you have a goal that you're trying to reach, which is actual confidence. The second thing that I did, and this was something that was very important actually, and it helped my charisma a lot, right, was going on dates, but making it to where I couldn't eat out and I couldn't actually do anything with alcohol on the dates. Okay, so now that you have the confidence, you set this goal, you're getting a lot of women's phone numbers, you're getting dates. You're gonna be going on dates with these women, but if you want to actually have it to where you build your charisma and not rely on, buying her dinner or buying her drinks and like spending a bunch of money, well, you can build your charisma and your social skills by actually going on dates that are inexpensive and unique. So you have to get creative with this, because not every woman's just going to be like, oh, I want to come to your crib, and that's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm saying there's dancing, there's go-karting, there's laser tag, there's stargazing, there's private art studios, there's long drives by the shoreline or by the lake, there's cooking dinner at home together. You really want to get creative here and do something that'll make you actually feel uncomfortable, right? It's so normal to just be like, oh, let's just do dinner, let's just do drinks, because that feels comfortable. But when you get out of your shell and you actually start doing something that you really want to do, like going to a haunted house or seeing some fucking hot air balloons or doing bungee jumping, whatever it is you want to do, well, that makes you actually get into your own element. And this is the whole point, because as an introvert, you're always used to being in the house, but this makes you actually get out and actually be in your own element. All right, so as you go on these dates, what you're going to realize is that there's a lot of intimate moments between the two of you where you can't use the alcohol that you guys are drinking, or you can't use the dinner to spark up some conversation. You have to use your charisma. You have to understand how to spend hours and hours with one woman in an intimate setting without any type of other stimulation and actually get her more attracted to you. So the way that I did it on my dates was I would just ask them questions about themselves. I would get them to start talking about themselves, and it built up my social skills a lot, because I realized that conversations go way better when women are talking to me rather than me trying to explain myself or talk to women, right? And so if you get good at learning how to ask questions and get people to talk about themselves, you're automatically building charisma and confidence in your conversations, because people want to be around people who let them talk. This is the biggest key that you have to learn about social skills. All right. Now, once you get really, really good with that, step 3 that you need to do is get into the practice of meditation daily. Okay, this is so important as an introvert, because you are probably locked in your head all day. You're thinking too much. You're spending a lot of time with yourself. You don't really get the chance to let your thoughts clear. And so I started meditating in 2018. After I set this action-based goal that was super challenging, started going on dates, started building my charisma up. Well, the problem was that I still had a lot of overthinking in my head. And so in the middle of conversations, when it's time to just calm down and say the right thing, what happens is that when you don't have a clear mind, you're always wondering what is the best thing to say here rather than what is just the normal thing that I would say. And so meditation was something that completely changed not just my dating life, but my personal life as well. And the way that I do it is I just use an app like Headspace, do the basics challenge. They have like a 10-minute free trial thing that you can use. And that's how I got started. And to this day, I still use the basics on Headspace. And I've done a lot of their other ones like the noting, acceptance, there's the pro level ones, but the basics to this day is something that I still do because I am big on mastering the basics. All right. So my conversation skills got way better when I would approach women. My conversation skills on dates got better. And it really, really changed my life. Not only there, but just being comfortable with myself in the way that I thought and how clear my mind was. All right. So I think every man, especially people who are introverts, should meditate every day. I do it now, 6 years after I started, for an hour every day. That's how important it is to me because I'm exercising my mind. But I think you, if you're just starting out, just do it 10 minutes or 20 minutes a day. And step 4 of what I did to get social skills and step out of introversion was I became the go-to guy in my friend group. Okay, so everybody in every friend group all around the world, there's that one guy who's the leader of the pack, right? There's that one guy who's always knowing what's going on in the city. He's always the one inviting you out to stuff. He's the one that kind of leads things. I became that guy inside of my friend group. So as somebody who used to not have that many social skills, when you become the leader of your friend group and you become the one that people depend on to go to great events, to meet great people, to start the conversation with that group of girls that's, you know, in the club or in the party, what happens is that you have to take on different character traits because you have to worry about the fun of everyone and not just yourself. And so the step that I did was first I networked like crazy, like a maniac, right? I met everybody in my city. I was meeting people at events. I was meeting people in the line of work. I was meeting people on the day-to-day basis. And what it does is that it gives you the opportunity to go to the events that they just invite you to. And then because they know you and they're cool with you, you can bring your friends as well. And your friends will see you as somebody who's popping actually. And you're not doing this to be seen as somebody who's popping. You just genuinely are. And your friends will see you like that because you're the guy who always knows what's going on. There's never going to be a Friday or Saturday or any night where you can't go out to a good mansion party, where you can't go to a good networking event. You can't go to an event that's really, really fun. And so that's how you're providing value to your friends and to your group, is by always being that go-to guy for fun stuff that's going on. Now, when you're actually out, since you're the leader, you're the go-to guy, you're going to be the one who starts conversations with women who are in groups, or just makes sure that everybody in the group is, you know, having fun that night. And to this day, I'm pretty much still like this, but when I would go out, especially back then, I would approach every girl. Like I would be that guy that everybody loves going out with, because why would I not approach that group of 6 girls? Why would I not, you know, invite these girls over to our table? Why would I not like buy shots for the whole fucking room? You know, like why not? Because the way that I look at it was, we're here to have fun, so let's fucking have fun. And so everybody from my city would know, like, if they're going out with me, they're gonna have fun, and that's the way I like it. So if you follow those 4 steps, what happens is that you go from somebody who was shy to literally being somebody who people can't even tell that you used to be shy anymore. You go from being introverted and always liking being alone to the point where people just love being around you. And now you're like, damn, I need some free time because all of my time is taken by people who want to do stuff, right? And so this is 100% what I would do for you if you were working with me, is I would first help you set a challenging goal, right? Some of my guys who are in my community, this is what we were going over today, is like, what is your version of my goal, right? What are you trying to reach? And let's set a goal that's just as challenging so you can become a different person. I will help you on your dates setting creative date ideas so you can actually go out and not have to worry about spending too much on this woman, because you can use the date as a way to build your social skills, the way to build your charisma. I will help you meditate every day. I have a great meditation guide where you just do it 10-20 minutes a day and your mind completely changes and you stop overthinking all the time. Then also I would help you become the go-to guy in your city, networking with the right people, being the guy in your friend group that everybody knows and everybody wants to be around. And that's exactly how I would change your life. So if you just do these 4 steps, not only will you get good social skills, but you'll also learn to live in the present moment because you'll stop overthinking. So meditation is something that I briefly talked about, but it has been such a huge boost to my life because now I only focus on the present moment. I don't worry about what's coming next. I don't worry about the past. I literally love my mindset. Like, it's amazing, right? And you can get this too if you follow these steps that I just outlined. All right. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one.